Welcome to Japanese Classroom. This lesson is how to say an exact date and time in Japanese. This lesson is more focused on the sound of each word, so I recommend you to say the word with me so that you can remember them through your own ears. Also, just listening to the sound would help you remember the words. Firstly, when you write a date, for example, 5th of March 2021, depending on where you live, you write it differently. The UK people write it like this, and the US people will write it like this. But in Japan, everything starts from the biggest unit and move on to a smaller one. So in the order of the year, month, and the date. Western year is pronounced as a normal number and add nen. So 2021 is 2021年. In English, we say 2021, but in Japanese, it's just 2021年. We do use a different system using the emperor's era. The current emperor, who will be called Emperor Reiwa when he dies, got crowned 3 years ago, so 2021 is also called Reiwa 3年, the third year of Reiwa. If you want to know the previous era names, please visit my website. The clickable link should be showing at the top right corner right now. Next is months. The name of each month is basically the number plus gatsu, but there are slight variations for April, July, and September. I'll read each month, so you repeat after me. 1月、2月、3月、4月、5月、6月、7月、8月、9月、10月、11月、12月. Date are the most tricky set to remember. The basic rule is the number plus nichi, but 13 days out of 30 days or so in a month do not follow this rule. These exceptions are 1st to 10th and 14th and 24th and 20th. But if you can't remember the exceptions, just say the number plus nichi. People will understand you. The first is completely different from others. That is 1日. And from the 2nd to 10th, follow the same rule, same pattern as the tsu counter. I will say them. Please repeat. 1日、2日、3日、4日、5日、6日、7日、8日、9日、10日. The most tricky sounds for English speakers would be 4th and 8th. 4th has a small tsu, so you have to put the stress on the first letter yo, and that is yokka. 8th, yoka, has u in it, so that's a prolonged sound. Paying attention to the intonation, say it. Yoka, yokka, yoka, yokka, yoka. I mentioned the intonation, and with that, you need to be careful about the 5th. The 5th of the month is 5日. The sound goes up. If you pronounce it the other way around, 5日 means sometime, an indefinite time. So let's say them together again. 5日、5日、5日、5日. 11th to 19th follow the basic rule with the exception of 14th. But you also need to pay attention to the 17th and 19th. I will read on one by one. Please repeat. 11日、12日、13日、14日、15日、16日、17日. Now some people will say 17日, but 17日 is more correct. 18日、19日. Now people will not say 19日, so you have to remember this as 19日. 20th is 20日. Similar to the previous screen, you need to pay attention to 24th, 27th, and 29th. Please note 20th was different, but 30th is not. Let's say it. 21日、22日、23日、24日、25日、26日、27日. Again, people will say 27日, but 27日 is more correct. 28日、29日、30日、31日. So, the 5th of March 2021 is 2021年3月5日. Can you say your own birthday? Practice saying it. Now, let's move on to time. O'clock is easy. Basically, it's a number plus G, but similar to the name of the months, 4, 7, 9 are slightly different. I will say them. Repeat after me. 1時、2時、3時、4時. If you say 4時, people will understand, but they will always say 4時. 5 o'clock is 5時、6時、7時. Now these days, 7時 is being accepted, but 7時 is more correct. 8時、9時. Now if you say 9時, people will understand, but they will always say 9時. 10時、11時、12時. In Japanese, we don't have expressions like quarter past or quarter to, but we do have half past, which is the number plus 時半. Just to be sure, 1時半 means 1:30. I will say them. Please say it too. 1時半、2時半、3時半、4時半、5時半、6時半、7時半、8時半、9時半、10時半、11時半、12時半. Minutes past are again a bit of challenge, but not too badly so. It's the number plus 分 or 分, and the 分 words are written in black, and the 分 words are in red. As you can see, 分 and 分 alternates, except 3 and 4 being together. I'll say them. Please repeat. 1分、2分、3分、4分、5分、6分、7分、8分、9分、10分 or 10分. 11 minutes past is 11分. I won't count 60 minutes, so if you want to say 42 minutes past, please add 40 in front of 2 minutes past, which is 42分. Now, knowing how to say the exact time is very important in Japan. As you may know, trains do run on exact time in Japan. Now, I picked 5 random timepiece pictures from the internet. Can you tell the time in Japanese? From the top left going across, the first one is 9時2分. Next one's a bit hard to read, so it's either 12時52分 or 12時53分. Top right corner is 6時8分. The bottom left 12時40分. The last one is 7時23分. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. If you like this lesson, please subscribe to my channel and give a thumb up. For more study resources, please visit EasyJapaneseE.com. また今度. See you next time.